Chelsea are moving crazy fast in the market right now. They are closing in on a £52 million deal. Xabi Alonso has personally demanded a top target, and a big name exit is already sealed, and another one on the brink. We have a lot to break down, but before we dive into it, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. But if you have been following me for a while, you know the truth. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Look, depending on when you are watching this, Maxence Lacroix might already be holding up his Chelsea shirt and announced as our new Chelsea player. But either way, we have to talk about how fast this whole situation moved, because it shows how serious the club is acting in the transfer market right now. First, we have got the initial alert from Fabrizio Romano, reporting next signing could be Maxence Lacroix. He's the centre-back Chelsea wants to bring in. The agreement with the player is almost done. They are advancing with Crystal Palace. Chelsea wants it done ASAP. While we are trying to process that, the news broke about a potential move going the other way. Bruno adds, one of the topics discussed between Chelsea and Crystal Palace over the last 24 to 48 hours has been Axel Disasi. It's not guaranteed, but Palace has asked, but the player prefers defense option. Mike Griffin stepped in to confirm that Crystal Palace are in talks over deal for Chelsea centre-back Axel Disasi as they prepare for Maxence Lacroix to head to Stamford Bridge. Now, before anyone gets worried about how this Disasi side affects us now, Fabrizio Romano came back with a quick update on how personal terms and player swaps stood. Maxence Lacroix and Chelsea deal at final stage as reported yesterday, with full agreement on personal terms. Chelsea and Crystal Palace owners in contact to get it done any moment. Deal very close. Axel Disasi discussed, but not happening. And finally, if you don't see him drop the contract details on the transfer fee and the medical and contract links, Maxence Lacroix set for medical today before joining Chelsea from Crystal Palace. The £2 million deal being finalized. 26-year-old centre-back to sign Chelsea contract until June 2032. And now to lock it all in, Fabrizio has given it the ultimate green light. Maxence Lacroix to Chelsea, here we go. Agreement in place with official bid accepted by Crystal Palace. Brought terms in place last night. Medical ongoing in London for the centre-back. £52 million transfer fee. Axel Disasi not included in the deal. Lacroix signs until June 2032. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a done deal. He's a Chelsea player. And honestly, you have to hand it to the board on this one. Everything the owner promised us about raising our ambition is actually being backed up by the moves we are making this summer. And I've always said with Buco, seeing is believing. And oh boy, I'm fully believing right now. But now let's talk about another massive story brewing in the transfer market, because this one shows about how we are preparing for both the long-term and the short-term vision. Telegraph dropped an exclusive report stating Chelsea are now favourite to sign Bosnia teenager 30 million rated World Cup star Kerim from Bayer Leverkusen. And they went on to explain why our interest suddenly accelerated, adding, Xabi Alonso is understood to be enthusiastic about the move for Alajbegovic. With Garnacho now on his way to Aston Villa, Alajbegovic was originally a target for Juventus and other Serie A clubs such as Atlanta and Fiorentina, but that has changed in recent months. And to add even more clarity on where things stand, Fabrizio Romano jumped in to outline that Chelsea has discussed Alajbegovic with Alonso. This could be a project player. The player needs to decide if he wants Chelsea for present or future, or want to go Italy and immediately be an important player. And look, this is strictly a Xabi Alonso demand, so it's definitely a one to watch closely. We already broke down on the channel previously how well he fits our setup, and seeing us move aggressively to beat out Serie A competition for top young talents is exactly what we need to see. Now, shifting over to the outgoings, we have a massive news on Alejandro Garnacho. Fabrizio Romano broke the exclusive news with his trademark phrases. Aston Villa agreed deal to sign Alejandro Garnacho from Chelsea. Here we go. Club-to-club agreements done on loan with buy clause to become mandatory under certain conditions. Like Emery wanted Garnacho, medical also booked. Jacob followed up to clarify how the financial stature works and how we are recovering our investment. Garnacho to Villa with a loan with conditional obligation to buy is viewed as easily achieved and appearance based. The total package, including the loan fee and conditional obligation, has achieved Chelsea's valuation of £42.6 million. We don't see them provided more details. Garnacho has undergone a medical and is in Birmingham to complete the move. The 4-year deal in place for Garnacho should the conditional obligation to buy be met and the move made permanent. Kerim Gill from Daily News shed light on the dressing room atmosphere and the nature of the decision, noting sources on both sides says the decision for Garnacho to leave is mutual. It's not only Chelsea that wants to find Garnacho a new home. Garnacho wants out of Chelsea too. He sends his status as a surplus requirement. He added more insight on how Leon Rossignol managed him during his stint. Chelsea tried to help Garnacho along the way. Leon Rossignol felt a particular need to try and protect his player, sensing he was someone who preferred an arm around him. Look, from our perspective as fans, there's no ill will towards Garnacho. Looking back, he probably shouldn't have been signed in the first place. But all the off-the-pitch things everyone was worried about turned out completely fine. There was no social media outburst. His brother stayed quiet even when things were tough. At the end of the day, it wasn't a good fit, and the performance on the pitch simply wasn't up to standard. And genuinely, I wish him good luck at Aston Villa. But speaking of Aston Villa, Fabrizio Romano mentioned that they might not be done dealing with us just yet. Aston Villa remains in contact with Chelsea over Nicolas Jackson. Let's see if Chelsea wants to give the green light or not. Now let's address the noise surrounding Bruno Guimaraes. Because despite all the social media chatters, rumors linking us with a potential hijack, the message coming from reliable sources is completely clear. Bimanza and Mail Sports dropped the firm update, reporting Chelsea have not at any point inquired about Bruno Guimaraes and are not in the race for him. When Jacob backed that up immediately with the exact same line. Chelsea are not expected to enter the race for Bruno Guimaraes. No approach or bid made. Look, the word on the street is that the club sources are now actively downplaying any links to Bruno G. So make of that what you will. Whether it's a genuine lack of interest or classic transfer window smoke and mirrors, we know how this board operates. And when you thought you were enjoying a completely smooth week of news, the reality decided to slap us in the face. The pre-season travelling squad for Australia tour has officially dropped, but it came with a couple of bits frustrating fitness updates. And here is how our travelling squad lines up for the tour. In goal we have Sanchez, Jorgensen, Shalom and Cod. In defense we have Palestra, Achampong, Fofana, Sa, Tosin, and Salmino, Powio, Ato, Emelano, and Soboyu. In midfield we have Latvia, Isugo, Walsh, Watson, Kellyman. In the attack we have Palma, Estoval, Joao Pedro, Delap, Sapaev, Gittins, Kuvuma McQueen, and Nico Gisol. Now let's talk about the missing piece, because the medical room is already getting busy again. First on Yevani Quenda, Mr. Cancela dropped a quick update on his status. Quenda has a small issue, but it's not serious. Vincent from Football London then explained Quenda's minor setback opened the door for another player to step in the travelling squad. Murray Kellyman was a last-minute inclusion in Chelsea's squad. Yevani Quenda picked up a small injury. And then come the annoying news regarding Emmanuel Emega. So Mokbel and Mr. Cancela broke the report. Emmanuel Emega picked up a hamstring issue in their 3-0 win over Bromley in a behind-the-scenes closed-door friendly. And he's not in Chelsea's squad for the Australia leg of the tour. And after such a good week of news, we now learn that Emmanuel Emega and Quenda is injured. Welcome back, Chelsea. You can't really write it. With that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Good week.